All right, so there have been spirited discussions taking place on the Emerald Coast in Destin, Florida, between SEC head coaches at the SEC spring meetings about the potential elimination of walk-ons. And I can see why there'd be a lot of conviction in these discussions, because getting rid of walk-ons, I think, is something that would be detrimental to college football, because I think that walk-ons are very important to the sport overall. Like me, I'm sure a lot of you out there are wondering, why would the notion of getting rid of walk-ons even be entertained? Well, I did some digging, and I found that scholarship limits are being eliminated as a result of the recent NCAA versus the House case settlements, and roster limits would be used as essentially a cost-cutting measure. And so what this means is that if the number of scholarships a team allows is 85, if that's a number that's agreed on, it would essentially end walk-ons. And that, to me, is very sad, and it would be very bad for the sport of college football overall. Because despite the fact that, yes, college football is becoming more corporate as a result of NIL, as a result of the transfer portal is essentially free agency in the sport now, with players being paid and moving around as they are, I think that the concept of development in college football can never be lost. And for many players, for many guys, it starts at that walk-on stage. That's their first opportunity. So I myself very much oppose getting rid of walk-ons. But more importantly, many coaches who have a wealth of experience in this coaching industry have a lot of conviction when they oppose getting rid of walk-ons as well. And some of those coaches include Brett Venables, Kirby Smarts, and Mike Elko. Mike Elko had a lot of conviction in opposing walk-ons essentially being done away with, and he really does not want to see that happen. And I stand with Mike. I really do. Being a walk-on, it's such a great opportunity for students, because it gives guys the opportunity to prove themselves and to essentially earn a scholarship spot on their respective squad. And that's great. If that can be your end result as a player, that's amazing. Many notable players were once walk-ons in college, including Baker Mayfield. Believe it or not, including J.J. Watt. Stetson Bennett was another walk-on story. And some former walk-ons eventually became head coaches, such as Dabo Swinney and Clemson. So this can be just a launch pad for careers overall. More importantly, being a walk-on, and I experienced this during my internship with Alabama football last year, when you're a walk-on on a team like Alabama or Texas A&M or Ohio State, you get to observe the ins and outs of a well-oiled machine of an organization, like an Alabama or a Georgia or a Clemson. You get to see all of the different facets of the organization, from strength and conditioning to nutrition to business administration to coaching to finance to marketing. You can see it all, because you have a touch point with all of them at some points. You communicate a lot with compliance. And I say all of this to say that all of those facets of an organization I just mentioned could be a potential career path for these walk-ons. And they wouldn't know that if they didn't have that experience as a walk-on, because they would have never gotten exposed to an organization in that way. So being a walk-on can not only serve as a launch pad from a player standpoint and a coaching standpoint, but it can also be a launch pad for a player's career. They can meet people who can be very influential to them, and the connection with those people can change the very trajectory of their lives. Many walk-ons have taken advantage of those opportunities and have gotten jobs in compliance, and have gotten jobs in athletic marketing and in nutrition and in strength and conditioning. because they saw people within their building doing it, and they said, hey, this is something I could see myself doing. They talk to that individual about their interests in their profession. They make that connection. They learn from them. They build rapport. And eventually that person serves as that connection for you, can be a mentor, and can connect you with jobs, advice, whatnots. It's just, it's such a positive place for a student to be. And I know I talk a lot of inspirational and motivational, kind of happy-go-lucky stuff right there, but it's very true. Like, that is the beauty of college sports. You're still in college. You're getting the college experience. And even though players are getting paid, and even though it's becoming more corporate, you can't lose touch with that. You can't lose touch with that, because that is still the very backbone of college football, and that's what makes it so great, and that's what makes it so unique. So I know there's going to be a lot of changes stemming from the NCAA versus the House settlement, but I hope this is not one of them, because being a walk-on can serve as a foundation for so many guys out there, and I'm going to end with this right here. For their own personal development, being a walk-on can be instrumental for a young man. Being around other young men who are pursuing a goal, it builds character, and it teaches you what it's like to have a goal and to work with and collaborate with others to reach that common goal, because that's what you're going to be doing in life. So getting that experience is beyond beneficial. And then just building lifelong relationships. I mean, you never know who you can have lifelong relationships with after being on a team. Just being on a team in general can be great mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It allows guys to feel connected. It allows guys to build confidence, and that confidence can carry over into life. So, point blank here, I know there's going to be changes taking place. College football is changing and evolving and finding its way every day, but I hope that eliminating walk-ons is not one of those changes, because it is so important to the sport of college football and so many young men out there. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you and the time that you took out of your day to watch the video. And if you enjoyed it, please be sure to like the video and share it, as well as subscribe to the Era. The more likes and subscribers I get on this channel, the more resources I can attain, and the more resources I can attain, the more value I can provide to you, the viewer. And that is how I show my appreciation for you for the time that you devote to watching my videos. So thank you so much, and have a great day.